Hello, everyone. We are the LLB team, and we are excited to share our experience with you all tonight. I'm Elizabeth Kane. I'm an environmental conservation and sustainability major with a business administration minor, and I'm the peer mentor for this group for my third time in the clinic. We've also had the pleasure of having Fiona Wilson as our faculty mentor, who, as you all know, is the Deputy Chief Sustainability Officer and Director of the UNH Sustainability Institute, as well as the founder of the clinic here at UNH.
Hi everyone, my name is Emma. I'm a philosophy and sustainability dual major. I am a junior and I have served as a student consultant this is my first time in the clinic.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily. I'm a junior environmental science major with forestry minor, and this is also my first time in the clinic.
Hi, I'm Maddie Strange. I'm an environmental engineering major, and this is also my first time in the clinic.
And as you all know, we've been partnered with LL Bean, a family-owned outdoor company from Freeport, Maine. We were lucky to have 3 key contacts from LL Bean: Kirsten Van Soust, Ross Nova, and Katie Strzerzewski, while also having the opportunity to pull in other subject matter experts at the company as well.
So as you have learned tonight, the bee impact assessment is a tool that can be used by companies to see where they stand in terms of social and environmental impact. LL Bean used this assessment as an indicator to assess their performance because they are still in the early research phases of their B Corp journey. However, these are the next steps we recommend if they do choose to pursue B Corp certification. First, we recommend LL Bean to begin monitoring and collecting data, especially in environmental factors. Using this data, we then recommend setting targets and goals. In phase 3, we suggest they meet standards set by the bee impact assessment with scientific proof. And finally, we recommend LL Bean to adopt an impact assessment business model to maximize positive impact.
This slide provides insight on some of the specific recommendations that we plan to make for our client. This is called a recommendation square, and each square involves a varying degree of point opportunities, as well as our perceived amount of work intensity that we think will be needed to obtain those point ranges. Our goal is to create a picture for LL Bean about how they can continue to improve their sustainable practices and overall impact both now and throughout any and all of their future endeavors. For the sake of time, I will not be reading off each of our individual recommendations, but they range between adopting a design to give business model to conducting surveys and assessments within their supply chain as just 2 examples.
Working with LL Bean has been so exciting for us, and along the way, we faced some challenges, such as because they're such a big company, we had to reach out to various contacts who had different areas of expertise. Also, going off the fact that they are such a big company, while LL Bean has implemented impactful policies, they can vary between sectors of the company, which made it hard to answer questions for the company as a whole. And lastly, when looking at the assessment, we had to keep in mind incorporating additional sustainable practices in a phased approach to ensure paced and consistent change in partnership with other corporate goals. As for successes, we were easily able to identify areas where we felt we could best assist the client, omitting sections we didn't think would be good recommendations. We were also able to maintain a strong line of communication in addition to our weekly meetings, sending and asking for follow-up information through email. And lastly, we were lucky enough to get contacts who were so eager to discuss the assessment.
We also have some individual clinic takeaways. My clinic takeaway is how amazing it has been to know that our work within the clinic is contributing towards important sustainability efforts.
Through this clinic, I learned that there are so many opportunities for a company to adopt sustainable as well as social initiatives.
I learned the importance of communication and organization and effective project management, especially for a company as big as LL Bean and for a project as complex as analyzing the BIA.
And for me, this experience has really reinforced how collaborative sustainability work truly is, from how we've been tackling the bee impact assessment to address its intricacies and metrics for organizational change. And thank you for listening, and we're happy to answer any questions that there might be.
Thank you so much, LL Bean team. I'm going to hand it over to Katie to share a few words about what this experience was like as a client.
Yeah, I first would just like to start off and thank our students as well as Fiona. You guys have been incredible to work with and very eager, and it's nice to see your interest in helping us pursue this. It's also been very helpful having our team not only walk us through the assessment and complete and but really like make sure that we're understanding the questions and interpreting them correctly and probing us and asking if we'd be willing to make certain changes and adapt certain policies. So I just say thank you. I know Ross and Kirsten are both on the call too. I don't know if either of you want to jump in with anything.
Hi, yes, I wanted to thank the team. Thanks, Katie, for your comments. I also wanted to personally thank the team. And as you guys noted early on, this is the beginning of our journey. And as a large company, we have a lot of disparate sort of efforts throughout the organization, whether it's in health and safety or HR or charitable areas or product sustainability. And it was really enlightening to see how the B Lab assessment works in collecting all that data under in one framework. So it's been really helpful. And I think from here, we'll figure out what our next steps are. But I appreciate all your guys' help in helping us understand the process.
Thanks, Kirsten.
Hey folks, this is Ross. Echoing what Kirsten and Katie said, this was a lot of fun. We learned a lot, and the timing ended up, I think, being perfect. We had a lot of projects that had started or were in development, and being able to take the advice that we got from the students into account now early on is really going to help frame up that conversation, I think, much more effectively than it would have been otherwise. So the timing of this project was perfect, and I know we're going to learn a lot. And again, working with the students was a lot of fun. So thank you, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. What questions do folks have for the LL Bean team? Oh, Jason. All right. As a larger company, how has LL Bean worked to overcome the challenges of shifting existing infrastructure to become better suited for the B Corp certification?
I'll give that
for you, Ross. Good
Yeah.
question for you, Ross.
I don't know. You know, what was funny is I don't know that we needed to actually shift what we're already doing as much as it is organize it perhaps a little bit better. And I forget which of the students I think hinted to it earlier to say, you know, we're big and we as a ground up kind of company, we had some ground up sustainability efforts that didn't necessarily tie at a higher level. So I think it's a good way of we didn't really need to shift anything. We just need to kind of put that umbrella over top of our efforts a little bit more, and the B Corp definitely helped us with that.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was a great question and great answer. So Ken has a question. So at the beginning of the semester, LL Bean indicated this process was exploratory for now and moving forward with certification was still not decided. Have you developed a process to decide whether you want to actually become B Corp certified, and how will you decide whether that's enough, that there's enough value to do this? Another great question.
Yeah, this is a good question. I don't know that we've gone through this semester and we've worked with the students, and I think the next step is to talk internally and try to figure out our path forward. So I don't know that we have a clear indication as to like, yes, we're definitely moving forward, or no, we're not. I think that's something that still needs to be discussed internally.
But I would just add the work that was done here.
Kirsten, you're a little hard to hear. I don't know if your mic isn't close to.
Is that better?
Yes, perfect.
Oh, great. Sorry, my mic was around. I just wanted to say the work that the students did is so helpful, because we know there are multiple paths to get there, as you saw from the 2x2. And I think we'll spend time to look at those paths and see which ones are most aligned with kind of our future strategies.
And I'd also just like to add in from the student perspective, something we're working on sending LL Bean off is a roadmap document that outlines very specific questions for how they can achieve all the necessary points to get to that 80-point threshold. So that's an internal document we'll be sending along to help as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for all of that. Thank you so much to LL Bean team. Thank you to all of the students.